Last week, I think I have discussed with you advising banks' roles and obligations. Am I correct? Right? Advising banks' role and obligations. I have finished that. Can you see the presentation on the screen? Can you see the presentation? Yes or
Yes,
no?
yes,
And you can see me and as well as the presentation, right? And I have already sent you the UCP 600 also. Whoever the people who are not having UCP 600, please take a printout and keep it with you, right? And I told you last week also. Um, we continue from where we have stopped last week. Uh, we talk about advising of a LC, and now we'll see advising banks' role and obligations. Advising banks' role and obligations, right? Uh, Now, the most important obligation of an advising bank is to see that the integrity of the beneficiary of a credit. Integrity of the beneficiary of a credit. Uh, because that means your customer, if you are not happy with your customer, you have the prerogative of whether to advise the LC or not. You have the prerogative. Nobody can ask you, okay, it is your obligation to do it. Forget about it, right? If you are not happy with the integrity of your customer, your beneficiary, if you have any doubt regarding the integrity, then you have the right to refuse advice in the LC. There's no hard and fast rule, or they can't ask you, no, you have to do it, right? It is your prerogative. Why I'm telling you that is, uh, for example, if you take one of your customers, um, he is not into legal business, he's handling illegal business, and we have news about that particular guy, and there is a LC to be advised, and we have a doubt regarding the uh, goods and the LC. We have the right to say, no, we don't want to get involved in this transaction, right? I don't want to name give any examples, but you can think of so many examples. Then LC received from a bank with no established agency arrangements. Very important. If you don't have the agency arrangements with the issuing bank, then you won't be able to authenticate the message. Simple as that, right? And LC not subject to UCP 600. Why LC not subject to UCP 600 is a precaution. Yeah, why we have to take precautions on that? Can somebody tell me? Shall we do a thing like this? I mean, when you are answering the questions, you have to answer the questions, right? At that point, you can unmute your speakers and talk. And I would be like to see your face also, because now we are out of touch. I can remember your faces and all those things. And no, when you are answering something, okay, you can on the video as well as the mic, right? Okay. Why LC not subject to UCP 600? What is the problem? Why we are concerned about that? Tell me. Why you have to be concerned about that? You can hear me? Right? Why you have to do it? Why you have to go through and see if the LC is subject to UCP 600? Whenever you get a LC, it's obvious that you can see the people who are working in trade finance, when you are advising the LC, the export LCs, always it says subject to UCP 600. Why? If it is not there, what is the repercussion? What is the repercussion? Tell me. Answer. Answer the question. Right? What is the answer? ඔබලා උත්තර දෙන්න ඕන. නැත්නම් මේ පන්තියේ වැඩක් නැහැ. How many people are there now? With me, 19. Right? Okay. Why we have to be concerned that LC is subject to UCP 600? Any reason? It's a common sense. Can you hear me? At least say yes or no to that.
Yes, sir, we can hear.
Yes, sir.
Then answer.
So answer because this pen and can't show the face.
ඕන්නේ මට මූණ බලන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. නැත්නම් මේකප් එක දාලා නැත්නම් එතන අප්සෙට් එකක් වෙනවනේ. කමන්නේ නැහැ පුතේ.
Next week ඉඳන් මූණ පෙන්නමුනේ.
Next week ඉඳන් මේකප් එක දාලා වාඩි වෙන්නකෝ.
කලින් කිව්වේ නෑනේ.
ලබන සුමානේ ඉඳන් මේකප් එක දාලා වාඩි වෙන්න නැත්නම් හරි අප්සෙට්. ඒක මූණ පෙන්නන්නේ. Right. කියන්න මන්ට.
Because if something happens, we can't go back and give a solution based on UCP 600?
Perfect. That's the answer. Right? You can't get the provision. I mean, you can't get any cover under the provisions of UCP 600. Right? We have to answer. ඔයගේ අපි කතා කරලා ගන්න මේ ක්ලාස් එක මේ කතා නොකරන ක්ලාස් එකක් නෙමෙයි. Then we'll see what are the other one. Advising procedures. All these things I am discussing with you in detail because you are in trade finance departments. So you have to discuss with me your practices. Then we'll see what is the best practice we have to adopt. Then when we receive the LC from the correspondent bank and when we advise, normally you have to include, when you are advising in the covering note, you have to include a particular sentence. It says, in accordance with the terms of Article 9 of UCP 600, the bank advised without engagement on the part having received the following teletransmission dated whatever the date, from whatever the bank. This advice constitute a letter of credit issued by the above bank and should be presented with the documents drafts for negotiation. Right? How many banks are using the not the exact words when you are advising? Are you giving a similar information to the customer? I need the answers. Right? Are you telling, when you are advising the LCs, are you telling the customers in accordance with the terms of Article 9 of UCP 600, the bank advice without engagement on the part? We are advising the LCs without any obligations, without any responsibilities, right? We are just advising like a post office, whatever the thing what we have received from that particular bank. And this advice constitutes a letter of credit issued by the above bank and should be presented with the documents drafts for negotiation. And we are telling the customer, if you want to negotiate the documents, okay, you have to present us with the documents and drafts for negotiation, right? And that particular LC advising note has to be signed by authorized signatories of the advising bank. But now I think recently I have seen a lot of banks are not signing this. They say this constitute what do you call it, computer generated signature or computer generated thing. So signature is not a requirement. Right? Otherwise, if you are not mentioning it's a computer generated, signature is not required, then you have to sign. Clear? Right. But the most important thing you have to understand is we are advising this without any obligations or responsibility on our part. Right? Then advising commission and amendments. Beneficiary, if the beneficiary is a customer of the bank, and if the beneficiary is not a customer of the bank, then the amendments and clause for amendments, how we are going to do it. Now, if the beneficiary is the customer of the bank, if the beneficiary is the customer of the bank, how we are going to do it? How we are going to do it? කොහොමද අපි සල්ලි ගන්නෙ? advising commission එකක් ගන්නවද? Come on. Can you answer? If the beneficiary is one of our customers, how we are going to collect the commission, advising commission? Are you taking commission or not? If you are not talking, then I'm also not going to discuss these things. I can finish the presentation within half an hour. Would you like that, or you want to discuss these things in detail and understand the trade operations in detail? Which one you like? ඉක්මනට කියන්න මට. මොකද්ද ඔයගොල්ලෝ කැමති? මොකද්ද ඔයගොල්ලන්ට කැමති? ඩිස්කස් කරන්න ඕනද නැද්ද? Right? I am just asking a question from you people. What your bank is doing? What your bank is doing? Not anything else. If it is one of your customers, then how we are going to collect the money and deliver the document to the customer? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Right. Then tell me. Then tell me. Who answered yes, sir?
Felix, not sure.
Felix. Right. Felix ang kaman at වෙන කියන්න මට උත්තරේ. කියන්න උත්තරේ. ට්‍රේඩ් එකේ ළමයි. You are advising the LCs to the customer without taking any commission from the customer? Or are you taking the commission? I think I'll have to change the. You people are going to miss your bus, right? Definitely. This is going. I think what you are asking me. That's what you are asking me to do the session, just as I'm doing the DABF sessions. I can do it. It's very much easy for me. I don't have to talk much. Right? Is that the way you want it? If you are ready, I'm very much ready for that. If you are not answering, whether it's right or wrong, වුණත් දැන් පෙන්නන්නේ නැත්තම් හරි මට කියන්න උගන්ට කොහොමද ඕනේ කියලා. Okay.
We are
Right.
We are taking commission from all customers. I think I don't exactly, but I think we are taking from all customers.
What's your name?
I'm Lasanthi.
Lasanthi, all the people, when you're answering, mention your name first, because I can't see your name face. Just say Lasanthi. I'm Lasanthi. Kila පටන් ගන්න එතකොට මම දන්නවා. All right. You are from NTB?
Yes, sir.
Right. NTB. Right. So you are taking the money, whether it's customer or not. You are taking the money, right?
I think so. Yeah. I'm not.
Normally, how you are going to take the money? You collect cash or you debit this account? Collect cash or debit the account? Normally we debit the customer's account. Normally we debit customer's account for the commission, and either we mail the original receipt or hold it for collection according to his instructions, right? Then beneficiary, if the beneficiary is not a customer of the bank, then what are you going to do? Then what are you going to do? If the beneficiary is not a customer, how we are going to inform them? How we are going to inform them? The bank will usually advise them by letter or telephone, because in most of the LCs, the contact numbers are there. Contact number of the beneficiary is there. They mention. So normally we can call them, we can telephone them and inform them, right, that we have received. If the telephone number is not there, if the address is there, then we'll put a note, not the original LC. We are not going to part with the original LC. We are going to inform them that, look, we have received a original LC for you. Please call over at the counter and meet so and so. Right? Then the customer will come to the bank, and then we will ask him to pay the commission. And the commission, what we can do is we can use a P&L commission credit, and then we can give the voucher to the customer to go and pay it at the counter. Then when he comes back with the counter file, we will release the LC to those people. Right? Then amendments. How we are going to do it? Amendments also has to be advised the same way as the original LC. Right? Okay. Then advising of credits, UCP 600, Article 9. Can you take out your UCP 600 and turn to Article 9? Right, turn to Article 9. Then we are going to discuss this one. Advising of trades and amendments. Right? Now here, one of the important ones we'll have to understand is the advising bank has to satisfy itself of authenticity of the creditor amendment. If it cannot do so, it will have to revert to the bank from whom the LC was received. It may choose to advise the beneficiary, clearly indicating that it has not been able to satisfy itself on the authenticity. Now it's very important, right? You have to go through these articles, read the articles and understand, and I will just explain, right? Because now the explaining also, thank you very much, all my students. You have made my task very much easier. I'm just going to read out the thing. I'm not going to discuss anything with you. ඒකනේ ඔයගලන්ට ඕනෑ කිව්වේ නේද? මම ඇහුවාම උත්තර දෙන්න නැහැ කියන්නේ. ඒකනේ. එතකොට මට හරි ලේසියි ටක් ගාලා මම මේ අද sections දෙකක් තුනක් වෙන්න එහෙම ඉක්මන ඉවර කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඔක්කොම දන්න කට්ටියනේ. හැමදේම දන්නවා. ඒකෙන්ද ආන්සර් කරන්න දෙන්නේ නැහැ. අපි ඉතින් මේ විදිහට එන යමු නේද? එහෙමද කැමති ඔයගලන්ට? එහෙමද කැමති? ඒකටත් ආන්සර් එකක් නැද්ද?
නෑ සර් එක්ස්ප්ලেইন
එක්ස්ප්ලেইন කරන්න නම් මගේ කන්ඩිෂන් වලට එන්න ඕන. මම කවුද? ඔයගොල්ලෝ කියන එක කරන්න නෙමෙයි මං ඉන්නේ. මං කියන එක කරන්න ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඉන්නවා. right? මං කියන එක ඔයගොල්ලෝ කරන්න ඕන. මං ප්‍රශ්නයක් අහනවා. උත්තරයක් දෙන්න. එහෙම නැත්නම් අපිට there's no two way communication. මං කියන්නේ යන්න. One of the most important thing when we advise LC is the authenticity. We have to be satisfied with the authenticity of the credit, right? If you can't authenticate the LC, then you have to revert it back to the issuing bank and tell them that you are not in a position to verify the authenticity, right? If you have received the LC through Swift by MT 700, then you don't have to worry about the authenticity, right? And if you receive the LC other than MT700, my advice to you is not to advise. Not to advise, right? Because if you, I don't know whether you people knows about it. If you receive the LC through MT700, that itself is automatically it is subject to UCP 600 automatically. Right? But any other formats, yes, you have to mention that it is subject to UCP 600. Right? But if it is 700, it is obvious that it is subject to UCP 600. So it is up to the advising bank to advise the LC to their customer after verifying the authenticity, because the authenticity is the most important thing in a LC. Then, unless it has added its confirmation, such an advice is without any engagement to honor or negotiate, even if nominated to do so. Very important. Unless we have not had the confirmation, you are not obliged to honor or negotiate, even if nominated to do so. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Now, when we I'll go to the big screen again. Right. Can you see this board? Nominated bank. Right? Nominated bank. Pay another than that.
හරියටම පේන්නේ. අර ඉස්සෙල්ලා මේ ඉස්සෙල්ලා කැමරා එක උඩට හරවනකොට ටිකක් ක්ලියර් වුණා.
උඩට හරවනකොට ක්ලියර් වුණා. මේ ගන්නට?
ආන්න හරි. ඔව්.
Right. Okay. එතන nominated bank එකක් අපි කියලා තියෙනවා. Nominated bank එකක් කියලා තිබ්බට there's no hard and fast rule that the nominated bank has to negotiate the documents. There's no hard and fast rule. You can't pressurize the nominated bank. Okay, name has been given as a nominated bank, so you negotiate the document. No way. If you are not happy, you will not do it. You don't have to do it. Right? That's very important. Then, if a bank has advised the LC through a particular advising bank or second advising bank to advise a credit, it must use the same bank to advise any amendments there. What do you mean by that? Going to pay no name, make it. Going to pay no name?
ඔව් සර්.
Okay. If a bank has advised LC through a particular advising bank, then if we advise the LC through a particular bank, now for example, I'll take an example in this one. Standard Chartered Bank, Dubai. Standard Chartered Bank Dubai is the issuing bank. Is the issuing bank, right? They received a LC. Then advising bank is SCB Colombo. Advising bank is SCB Colombo. Right? The second advising bank is BOC. Second advising bank is BOC. The actual customer, exporter, is a customer of BOC. So they prefer to get the LC from their bank, right? They don't want to deal with SCB. They don't want to deal with SCB. So what they say is, okay, you send the LC to us. So when we received the LC from SCB Dubai, SCB Colombo, then they will send the LC to BOC for the advice to the customer, right? Now, obviously, SCB Colombo also charging a commission. No bank is doing charity service. Whatever the work we do, we have to charge the customer. We have to charge the customer, right? No charity work. Then, the poor exporter has to pay two charges. One is to SCB Colombo, and again, BOC will also tax them, right? Then, under this same LC, you get an amendment. When you get an amendment, this guy will tell SCB Dubai, exporter, party Dubai Valinga, Dubai in the body, make a SCB Karam with Mara, charge Gahana, and then Bank of Land given charges Dekai Mata, taking the mega Kelimu Mate one day Kuama. Yeah, SCB Dubai, Kelima, make a bypass Kalla. Can we do this?
No.
Why?
The original LC routed through SCB Colombo, so the amendments also routed through the SCB Colombo. They can't directly send the BOC.
Perfect. Right? The same path, we have to, the entire thing should go through the same path. So the original one through SCB to BOC in the native bank is wrong. Again, it has to come this way. Right? It should be the same path. Right? Okay. Then, if a bank has advised the LC through a particular advising bank or second advising bank, to advise a bank, right? In Kabikula. The bank receives the LC for advising and choose not to do so. It must so inform without delay the bank from which the trade amendment or advice has been received. This is another very important thing. If you don't like to advise and if you don't want to get involved in that particular transaction, you have to go back to the issuing bank immediately and advise them. Look, we are not going to get involved in this one. Right? Then a confirming bank may choose to advise amendment without extending its confirmation, and if so, it must inform the issuing bank without delay and inform the beneficiary in its advice, in which case its confirmation is limited to the original terms of the LC. What do you mean by that? 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 The confirming bank may choose to advise amendment without extending its confirmation. Now, sometimes when the LC says add confirmation, then the advising bank may add their confirmation and advise LC. Subsequently, if you received an amendment, again earlier it was US dollars 100,000. Now they have increased the value to US dollars 250,000. For 100,000, yes, we have confirmed. Now, by an amendment, we have increased the value of the LC by another $150,000, making it $250,000. Right? Now, and they want us to add confirmation. Now, if the bank, the confirming bank, if they don't want to add confirmation for the second amendment, what they will do is they have the right to advise the LC without adding confirmation. But you have to mention it, you have to very clearly mention that, right? Without adding confirmation, and then but only thing is you have to inform the issuing bank. Original, you have to inform the issuing bank that you have advised the LC without adding your confirmation, and you are not prepared to add your confirmation for the amendment. Right? You are not prepared to add your confirmation for the amendment. Original one, you have already added your confirmation. So you have confirmed 100,000. Now the LC value stands at 250,000. Out of 250,000, only 100,000 is guaranteed. Only 100,000 is guaranteed. Right? Normally these things won't happen, but you can expect. Right? Then comes confirmation of DCs. Confirmation of DCs. UCP 600 article. What's article? What's the article? Confirmation article. What is the article? ළමයි මොනවද බලන්නේ?
Article 8.
Article 8. 8 කියන්න ගියාන මිනිත්තු 8ක් ගියානේ. කට්ටිය බුදිද? අර මම Zoom meeting කරනවා වගේද? මට දවසකට හැමදාම පැය at least 3-4 hours නම් මගේ හැමදාම meetings තියෙන එක organizations වල. meeting එක පටන් ගන්න පැය කාලක් පැය භාගයක් යනකොට මට වුරින්න මම ඊට පස්සේ ඉන්නවා. හැබැයි ඉතින් නොඉන්න වගේ තමයි. ඒ වගේ බෑ. අර meeting එක මෙතන exam එකක්. right? ඒකෙන්ද පොඩ්ඩක් alert ඉන්න. What do you mean by adding confirmation? What do you mean by adding confirmation? And why we are adding confirmation? Why we should add confirmation? Why the beneficiary is asking for confirmation? ප්‍රශ්න ගොඩක් ඇහුවා. ඔක්කොටම එක උත්තරය තියෙන්නේ.
Other than the issuing bank, the advising bank confirm the payment of the LC.
Yeah, if we add confirmation, other than the issuing bank, they also confirm
Guarantee.
the payment. They also give a guarantee. Right? If the documents are complied with the terms and conditions of the LC, yes, we will pay it. Normally, who gives that undertaking? Normally, huh?
Advising bank.
Nah.
Issuing bank.
Issuing bank. Issuing bank will give that confirmation. Right? If the documents are complied with the terms and conditions of the LC, we will pay. That's the issuing bank. The method when and who adds confirmation? That confirming bank, normally it is domiciled in whose country? Confirmation bank domiciled in whose country? Buyer's country or seller's country?
Seller's country.
Seller's country. Confirming bank is always in the seller's country. Because why we are adding confirmation? Can you give me a few reasons?
Country risk.
Huh?
Due to country risk.
Yes, country risk, very good.
When bank is not reputed bank?
Yes, bank risk. Oh, like country risk and bank risk. Because of those two issues, we'll have to add confirmation. Right? Because, for example, if you received an LC opened by Syria, one of the Syrian banks, countries also you are having risk. The Syrian bank is also having risk. So we are not sure whether we will receive the money or not. Right? In a scenario like that, we will would we like to get this LC confirmed by a bank in my country, the exporter's country, so that you are more comfortable. Bella Sali Avenatan, Gila, Bella Miracle Harry Gandapuno. Athene Syria out and that bank, right? So that's the main reason why we are adding confirmation. If the beneficiary of the credit has some doubt about the ability of the DC opening bank to arrange reimbursement, he may request the opener to arrange the DC to be confirmed by the advising bank. When you are adding confirmation, it is a must. It's a must that you have to have confirmed. Confirm kena make it in no LC එක ගහලා. Right? එහෙම නැත්නම් අපි confirmation add කරන්නේ නැහැ. එහෙම add කරනවා. ඒකට අපි කියන්නේ මොනයි confirmation කියලාද? මොන confirmation කියලාද කියන්නේ? හරිම risky. ඕගලන්ටත් එක මම කතා කරන්නත් බය ඒකයි. ඒ වගේ දේවල් බැංකුවට කියලා සජෙස්ට් කරන්නත් එපා. ඒ අපි කරලා තියෙනවා වැඩි. If the word confirm is not there, still the exporter wanted to have this LC confirmed. ඒවට අපි කියන්නේ මොනවද කියලාද කියන්නේ? ඒකට සල්ලි දෙනවා එක්ස්පෝර්ටර්. ඕපනින් බැංක් එක දන්නෙත් නැහැ. What sort of a confirmation? Come on. Huh? කියන්නේ ළමයි. Those are silent confirmation. Silent confirmation. They have not requested us to add confirmation, but because of my customer, the exporter, he wanted us to add confirmation as a silent thing. So we add a silent confirmation. මේව නම් ගොඩාක් issues එන්න පුළුවන් දේවල්. Right? Don't do it. Even in my career, I think I have done about less than 10 silent confirmations for best customers. Less than 10 silent confirmation. So, entire 45 years experience in bank. Right? Right?
Sir,
If the opener agrees, the opening bank will ask the advising bank to add this confirmation to the DC. In writing, confirmation of a DC constitute a definite undertaking by the advising bank to assume the obligations and liabilities of the opening bank under the treaty. Right? Then restrict all negotiations to the confirming bank. Very important. Restrict all negotiations to the confirming bank. Why? What is the reason? Why we had to restrict all negotiation to the confirming bank? Tell me. Why we had to do it? Why negotiation restrict to the confirming bank? Class එකේ ළමයි නම් දෙටම මදි. වෙන අවුරුද්දල රණ්ඩු වෙවි උත්තර දෙන්නේ. වෙන අවුරුද්දල රණ්ඩු වෙවි උත්තර දෙන්නේ. මෙතන
Sir, excuse me. I'm not very clear about the silent confirmation. That means now we are opening LC for our customer, and customer don't know that we are requesting confirmation from some other bank. That's what you mean?
No. Silent confirmation will be issued when we add silent confirmation. It will be added at the request of my customer, that is exporter. At the request of my customer. Right? But normally we don't inform the issuing bank. Now, normal way to add confirmation, we have to get the instruction from whom? Issuing bank. Right? Issuing bank. Make issuing bank done it there. Issuing bank done it the customer to show and bank ratari sure. So can you add silent confirmation? If something goes wrong, I will be getting the money. හැබැයි මෙයා දැනගන්නවට කැමති නැහැ. කවුද ඕපනර් ඉෂිම් බැංක් එක දන්නේ නැහැ. Without their knowledge, we had confirmation. Clear? හැබැයි
Yes,
ඒක
sir.
හරි dangerous. Dangerous කියන්නේ කවුරුත් දීලා නැහැ authority එකක් මේ confirmation add කරන්නයි කියලා. Who has taken the decision? The bank. The advising bank has taken the decision. Right? How far they are correct is the problem.
Now when it's come to the LC applications, where we can mention that silent part, is there any
Silent part
any
දාන්නේ නැහැ
space?
පුතා.
There is
We are
no
not
specific.
mentioning. We are not mentioning.
Okay,
That's prohibited.
that's sort of a negotiation with the bank and repeat. Okay,
No,
okay.
this is purely between the exporter and the exporter's bank. Exporter and the exporter's bank without the knowledge of the importer or the issuing bank. Without their knowledge. තේරෙනවද? මොකද සමහරලාට මේගොල්ලෝ කැමති නැහැ දාන්න. ඒත් අරගලන්ට ෂුවර් නැති නේද ඒගොල්ලෝ silent confirmation ඉල්ලනවා. Right?
Sir,
Any more questions?
yeah, I have. So if now, let's say if we didn't get the payment from issuing bank, so if we add our silent confirmation, so what happened at that time? If we didn't get the payment from issuing bank?
If you don't get the payment from the issuing bank,
Yeah, and we have already given the silent confirmation
right?
to the
Very
beneficiary.
good question. Can I have your name, please?
Himalaya.
Timara.
Himalaya, yes.
What's the bank?
Commercial bank.
Commercial bank. Good question. We add confirmation, silent confirmation. Right? මේවා පොත්වලවත් නැතිව මම මේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ට කියන්නේ. හැබැයි ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ practically day to day life වල එන්න පුළුවන් ඒවා. Okay. Now nobody is asking us to add confirmation. Issuing bank is not giving any instructions regarding silent confirmation. Now we are doing it. We are adding confirmation on behalf of, at the request of my customer, exporter, right? But the bank, after they negotiate the documents, they send the documents to the issuing bank. Issuing bank is the ultimate paying bank. Is it correct?
Yes.
Clear? Issuing bank is the ultimate paying bank. Is it correct?
Yes.
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 Yeah. And then the issuing bank will refuse to pay, quoting certain discrepancies. Right? Then, if the silent, the bank who has added silent confirmation, if they have negotiated, then they are obliged to pay. They are obliged to pay. ඉතින් එතන බලන්න රිස්ක් එක දැන් අතන අපිට අර බැංක් එකේ අපි ඉෂුවින් බැංක් එක ගන්න සාමාන්‍යයෙන් චෙක් කරලා බලන්න ඒක රිස්ක් එක බලන්න. ඒක මොකුත් නැතුව අපි අහක දින කුණු කොටකට කරගාලා දෙනවා. අහක දින කුණු කොටකට අපි කරගන්නවා. Right? So they are obliged to pay. ඒකයි මේක හරි රිස්ක් එක කියලා කියන්නේ. I think I have added about less than 10 කියලා තමයි මට හිතෙන්නේ. Entire my trade finance career. Normally, even to add silent confirmation, we have to get the credit approval from the hierarchies, either CEO or somebody, the top people, or if it is Standard Chartered, like HSBC, international banks. We'll have to get the head office approval from London, right? Then only we can add silent confirmation. Right? Okay.
So again, the bank charges will be very high, no? In that case,
Bank charges
so
will be very high. Bank charges will be very high. Right? And the fourth one, restrict all negotiations to the confirming bank. When we add confirmation, you have to make sure that you restrict the negotiations to the confirming bank. That's very important. Otherwise, those people can take the documents to any bank. Availability of availability HSBC Dubai. HSBC Dubai. Enang HSBC Dubai has to negotiate, right? Negotiation restricted to HSBC Dubai. Negotiation restricted to HSBC Dubai. So HSBC Dubai are the people who are adding the confirmation also to this particular transaction, right? I'm not talking about silent, the normal way. HSBC Dubai තමයි confirmation add කරලා තියෙන්නේ. එහෙම තියෙද්දී මේ question එක මම අහන්න ඕගලන්ගෙන් trade කට්ටිය ඉන්නේ හින්දා, right? නැත්නම් it's a little bit early to ask this question, but I would like to have your feedback. හරි වෙන්න පුළුවන්, වරදින්න පුළුවන්. ඔයගොල්ලෝ කතා කරන්න. When we say negotiation restricted to HSBC Dubai or available with negotiation available with Dubai, HSBC Dubai, can the exporter go to Standard Chartered and negotiate the document? Can the guy go to Standard Chartered Bank or Emirates Bank or Mashreq Bank and negotiate the document? Yes or no?
No.
No. Because it has been restricted. Any other answers?
I think it should be possible, but ultimately they have to come to the confirmation bank. He can go to whatever the preference bank, but ultimately the confirmation should come through the
confirmation is restricted to confirming bank. Confirmation is restricted to confirming bank, but they take the negotiation to negotiate the documents. They take it to a different bank.
I think it's not possible, sir.
It is not possible. All are in the same opinion?
Yes.
ගගේ උඩහට පීනන්න කැමති නැද්ද? Answer is, it is possible. It is possible, right? Even though it is restricted to HSBC Bank, the confirming bank, if you take it to Standard Chartered, you can negotiate. The Standard Chartered is prepared to take the risk. It's a risky thing. If something goes wrong, they are also liable because they have negotiated a document which they are not entitled to do it. Which they are not entitled to do it. That doesn't mean that they can't do it. That doesn't mean that they can't do it. If they want, they can do it. Normally, any prudent bank will not do that because they know the repercussions. But if they want, they can do it. Make a menu of we add confirmation. HSBC Dubai has add confirmation. Right. Okay. But when you negotiate the document, what is going to happen? And the other confirming bank. When we negotiate the document, are we going to give the value to the customer? Yes or no? Value of the LC, we are going to give it to the customer.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Right. We are going to credit the customer's account. Correct. Okay.
Yes.
ඔය වෙනකොට LC අරන කොටයි මේ වෙනකොටයි මාස දෙක තුනක් ගිහිල්ලා දැන් මාර කේස් එකක් ගිහිල්ලා කස්ටමර් බැංක් එකට කණුව තියලා ගිහිල්ලා තියෙන්නේ පොළු තියලා ගිහිල්ලා දැන් මොකද කරන්නේ දැන් මේක දැන් බැංක් එකට ලොකු එරියස් එකක් තියෙනවා දැන් මේ ડોකියුමන්ට් එක නෙගෝෂিয়েට් කළ ගමන් බැංක් එක මොකද්ද කරන්නේ කස්ටමර්ට සල්ලි දෙයිද ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ එරියස් එක ගනේද කියන්නේ customer certificate whether they will give the whole thing to the customer and ask the customer you please settle our bills එහෙම කියනවාද එහෙම නැත්නම් they'll credit customer and then debit customer and collect the arrears කොහොමද වෙන්නේ Again.
Bank has to pay for the customer.
Yeah, bank will
pay for the customer.
Bank will debit the customer and collect the arrears. බල ඉන්නේ නැහැ. නේද? අපිට දන්නවා නම් we are in a bad wicket කියලා ටක් ගාලා අපි arrears එක ගන්නවා. ඒක ගන්නවා. ඉතින් එහෙමනම් customer ට සල්ලි හම්බ වෙන්නේ නැහැ. So that is why they go to a separate bank most of the time. They go to a separate bank and negotiate the documents and send the documents and get the money. Very well, negotiate kalla immediately sali naambunat. At least if they are not discount the bills, later they will get the money from the issuing bank. No issue, right? But only thing is what I want to tell you is when the negotiation is restricted to the confirming bank. If any other bank has negotiated the document, then your confirmation will cease. Confirmation will cease. Right? මේක නම් හරියට වෙනවා. ඒකින්දම තමයි අපි කියන්නේ don't add confirmation, never add confirmation when the availability says negotiation with any bank. Negotiation with any bank කියලා ඒවට confirmation add කරන්න එපා. There's a golden rule, right? Always requested the issuing bank to restrict the availability to the confirming bank. Right? Okay. They have mentioned restricted to availability restricted to confirming bank, and they have had confirmation, and they have taken it to XYZ bank, a third bank. Then what is going to happen is our confirmation, what we have added, will cease. So whatever the commission we have charged them, say $5,000 commission, $5,000 commission will not be refunded. That is going to be my profit. When I was working for HSBC, especially in the Jebel Ali branch, right? one of my main income was adding confirmation. One of my main income was adding confirmation. Average for a month, I am confirming 40 to 50 LCs. 40 to 50 LCs, I add confirmation. Right? Some dollars, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, big LCs. Sometimes $10,000, $15,000, big amounts. If the LC value is 2 million or something, right? If the country risk is there, obviously we'll have to take the credit risk approval, and based on that, we add confirmation. And out of that, at least 30%, at least 30 out of 50, at least 30%. They go and negotiate the documents with some other bank. I have never seen the documents. Then that particular bank has sent the documents to the issuing bank. In a scenario like that, my confirmation will cease, and I am not refunding the confirmation charges, but I have collected. Right? Manang hari ආසාවෙන් බලන් ඉන්නේ මේ වගේ දේවල් වෙන්නේ. මොකද without taking any responsibility, I am getting the commission. You have to think positively. Right? ඒක මම කියන ට්‍රේඩ් එකේදී බය වෙන්න බෑ. බය වෙන්න නැතුව අපි බලන්න ඕන කොහොමද ට්‍රේඩ් එක කරන්න කියන එක. Right? In return, the confirming bank receives the confirmation commission. This is collected from the beneficiary or is claimed from the issuing bank if so directed. Clear? Confirmed DCs provide double protection to beneficiaries. A DC can sometimes be confirmed by a bank other than the advising bank. Despite this, the issuing bank must still use the advising bank for advising any amendments. Right? Confirmation, adding confirmation, provide a double protection to the beneficiary. Normally, when we are talking about confirmation, we say confirming bank is in the same shoes of the issuing bank. Same shoes of the issuing bank. Whatever the protection, confirming bank is also having the same protection to the beneficiary. So obviously the beneficiary will get double protection. One from the confirming bank, other one from the issuing bank. Right? Another story I can remember, when I was working for Standard Chartered Colombo, right? That was in, I'm talking 92, 94, 95, that 96, 97, region you must have heard about the famous company, David Pierce Motor Company. David Pierce Motor Company, one of the leading motor company those days. Even now, their profits are billions and billions, right? Now they are very famous for Bajaj three-wheelers and bikes and all, right? Those days, they were the agents for Ford and Mazda cars. Ford cars and Mazda cars. And I used to open LCs from Standard Chartered Colombo. The opening bank is Standard Chartered Colombo. The condition is to add confirmation. LC advising bank is Standard Chartered Tokyo. LC advising bank is Standard Chartered Tokyo. LC is restricted to Standard Chartered Tokyo. And the confirmation charges to be borne by the applicant. Very strange one. Normally, who wants a cover? Beneficiary. Beneficiary wants a cover, right? Now here, beneficiary wants a cover, but the charges has to be paid by the applicant, poor applicant. Okay. Can you tell me what should be the reason why they are asking for adding confirmation? Even the charges has to be paid by the applicant, poor applicant, right? And Standard Chartered, one of the leading banks. Bank risk, no. Advise restricted to Standard Chartered Tokyo, same group. So what is the risk here? Then the bank, there's no bank risk. Then what's the risk? These people are worried. What is the risk? Lamai, Buddhita,
country risk.
country risk. In Miladi, memang ada bukan Buddhita, akhir lada kini aham depe. Country risk, because those days we were engaged in the war. LTT war kadipani. Etukata mega country ka loku issue ka. I don't know whether you people can remember those days. Colombo Harbour again, that shipyard ships gained by through the Harib by the sea mines dala, whatever. That I will not divers of a sea mines dala. Ship got the rain. Thing again, the country risk now. At the bank, it's risk and so David Pierce Motor Company had to pay the confirmation charges, thumping charges. SAB Tokyo was their charges were very high charges, and these poor people has to pay the charges also. Otherwise, they can't get down the vehicles. The vehicles gonna LC are in the mona, LC are in ona. You got my point. David Pierce said part one day, whether you coma cost taker, they'll add up and they'll price the vehicle. Ultimately, the ultimate buyer, final buyer has to pay. Right? So that is adding confirmation. Consideration for the confirming bank. Consideration for the confirming bank. Confirmation should never be added to credits unless specifically requested by the issuing bank. Very important. Don't do silent, right? Then you have to get the request by the issuing bank. Sub-article 8D, the action to be taken if confirming bank is not prepared to confirm. If the confirming bank is not prepared to confirm, what they can do, you have to read Article 8 entire 8. If they are not prepared to do add confirmation, what they can do is they can advise the LC to the beneficiary without adding confirmation. Very specifically, please be advised that we have not added confirmation. We have not added confirmation, right? And they have to inform the issuing bank immediately. Then ensure that the DC issuing bank has the ability to reimburse us for drawing under the DCs. Obviously, we must also be satisfied with the bank risk and countries of the issuing bank. Charges when we add confirmation, some banks, some confirmation charges are 0.1%, 0.3%, 0.5%, or it can go up to 5%, 6%, 7% based on the risk. It is essential to carefully scrutinize the DC terms to check that they can be met realistically by the beneficiary. Very important. Api ara LC ka advice karadi, we don't have to go through it into detail. But when you add confirmation, read the LC word by word and see whether there's any hidden agendas. Right? Sometimes unscrupulous banks will permit disguise requirements in their DCs that, if not met, will allow for the rejection of documents. Culprits line now. If you are going to add confirmation, this is a practical thing. Please share it with your trade colleagues, right? If you are to add confirmation to LCs received from Nigeria, double careful. Nigeria again, LC sud arena, LC sud number one crooks, right? Then obtain appropriate approvals when the bank is not well known to us. Countries factors are involved. For example, countries like Nigeria, Argentina, Iran, Iraq, right? Iran, Iraq, Hyundai, so issue Nigeria, Argentina, Ivory Coast countries nang antima. If the amount is large, you have to be double careful, and reimbursement will be longer than 180 days, or when expiry is longer than 360 days. Don't add confirmation. And if you are going to add specifically, then get the special approval for reimbursement. If the reimbursement is more than 180 days, or the expiry is 360 days, don't add confirmation. We don't know what's going to happen after 180 days or 360 days, right? You have to be careful. When any questions about confirmation? Any questions about confirmation? Nah. Okay. Then availability of LC. Availability of LC. DC contains specific clauses regarding their availability. Right? At which bank the beneficiary should present the documents in order for the credit to be paid, and how the beneficiary will get the funds. That is availability. Right? If it is available with HSBC Dubai, then the beneficiary knows that he has to produce the documents to HSBC Dubai for payment. Right? Otherwise, you can say availability any bank. Common availability with any bank. Then that you can present to any bank in Dubai. There are about 50 odd banks, commercial banks. You can negotiate karagana. Right? Where is the credit available? DC can be made available at the counters of either the issuing bank or the nominated bank, or any bank in the case of freely negotiable. It can be available with a nominated bank. LC can nominate a bank as availability, but whatever the bank, nominated bank, ultimate paying bank is the issuing bank. Right? Their responsibilities, they will not be released from their responsibility. If all the banks are not paying, still the issuing bank has to pay. if the documents are complied with the terms and conditions of the LC, obviously. How is a credit available? A credit can be available by payment, either by acceptance or by negotiation. There are three methods: by payment, by acceptance, and by negotiation. If it's by payment, a DC could be made available by sight or deferred payment. Right? It can be sight or deferred payment. මේකේ ලිව්වොත් ඔයගන්ට පේනවද? by payment. Can you see that? අර පොඩි stamp size එකේ පේනවද?
පේනවා sir.
පේනවනේ. By payment, it can be either sight or deferred payment. Either sight or deferred payment. Right? A sight means payment should be made on demand as the terms of payment are immediate. Right? Then Article 12 of UCP 600, nominated bank does not necessarily have to accept its nomination by the issuing bank. The maker මේවත් ටික ඔක්කොම උගල කියවන්න ඕන. දැන් ගොඩාක් අපි articles මම cover කර ගියා. Especially you guys, DIT, මේක නම් UCP 600 එක before the exam at least 5 times of කියවලා. At least, right? මේ වගේ print එක මම දැන් දාලා ඇතිනේ. ඒක හම්බුණාද ඔයගන්ට ඒක? Rules මේ වගේ එක? You got it, no? ඒකේ print එකක් අරගෙන ඔයගොල්ලෝ ගාව නැත්තම් දැන් මගේ hand bag එක හරි මෙහෙම දෙකට නවලා දාගන්න. මේ ගොඩක් කට්ටිය staff vans වල යන්නේ යනකොට ඔක කියුපි යන්න. Right? නැත්තම් නම් අමාරු වෙනවා exam එකේ මේ ගන්න URC වන UCP වන URR වන ISP 98 වන ISBP වන. දැන්ම පාඩම් කරන්නේ නැත්නම් කොහොමද මේව පාඩම් කරන්නේ? Right? ඒකෙන්ද ටිකක් කියෝ මේව හදාගන්න. දැන් අදින් පස්සේ next week එකට ඉස්සෙල්ලා at least up to 20 article 20 එනකන් කියවල ඉවර කරගන්න ඕන. first round එක. ඊට පස්සේ බලමු තව questions අපි එනකොට කතා කරමු. article 19 to 25 transport documents අපි වෙනම කතා කරමු. At least up to 19 next week එනකොට කියවලා තියන්න. right? article 12 again nominated bank the nominated bank does not necessarily have to accept its nomination by the issuing bank. Now this guy we nominate Bank of Ceylon to negotiate the documents. We nominate at the bank. That doesn't mean Bank of Ceylon has to negotiate. If they are not willing to do it, they can say no. But ultimately the issuing bank has to pay. Right? Credit may or may not require draft to be presented. If it is a side payment, normally, do you get draft? Normally, are you getting draft with the side payments?
No sir.
Side LCs?
No.
Hmm?
No, we don't
Side
get
LCs
draft.
what? Huh?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Yes. No. No. Okay. No. Oh, the no. Okay.
For side payment, you don't get drafts.
Side payments, you don't get draft. yes කියලා කිව්වා. ඔව් දෙකෙනෙක් කිව්වා. දෙක කිව්වා. හැබැයි එනවා සමහර ඒවාට එනවා නේද? කොහොමද කතා කරලා ලසන්තිද කතා කරන්නේ? With the girl who gave the answer. No කියලා කිව්වේ.
Penny, sir.
Huh? Jennifer?
Penny.
Huh? Penny?
Yeah.
Yeah, Penny. අනේ නම කියලා කියන්න Penny. එතකොට මට දන්නවා අනිත් දවසේ. Right?
Okay.
අනිත් දවසේ නෝන මේකප් එක දාලා නැත්නම් මට බලන්න ඕන මොනවා ටික. දැන් මතකත් නැහැ. හරි? එතකොට is it always you are not getting or
Sometimes we get.
sometimes you get මට නම් හම්බෙලා තියෙන ඕන තරම් site LCs වලට draft එකකුත් දාලා එවනවා සමහර banks ඉන්නවා මෝඩ banks right it is not required right but some banks they send ඒක එව නැහැ කියලා site draft එකක් නැහැ කියලා discrepancy එකට quote කරන්න එපා එතකොට අපිත් නිකන් මෝඩිය හැටියට ගණන් ගන්නවා right තේරෙනවනේ right
So there's a small thing. In the LC, now normally we are getting that draft at site.
yeah
So at that time we don't want to get the draft from machine there.
if the LC is if there's a condition if they have
It's
put
draft at site.
draft at site that means they are requesting a draft
Yeah.
yes or no
Yes.
yes if they are requesting a draft yes you have to provide a draft you have to provide a draft right එතෙන්දී අපිට දාන්න වෙනවා බැරිලාවත් if the LC is silent about the draft and then don't go back to them and saying the draft is missing කියලා ඒකයි මං කිව්වේ right draft is missing කියලා යන්න එපා හැබැයි if they have asked yes අපි දන්න එක ඕනේ නැහැ කියලා වැඩක් නැහැ හැබැයි ඉල්ලලා තියෙනවා නම් මේක මම මේක අන්තිමටම කියන්න හිටියේ මේ අපේ document doc checking part එක යනකොට මම මේ කියන්න දේවල් මම ඒවත් දැනුත් මම සමහර ඒවා කියන්න වෙනවා how many people are here LC issuance කරන කට්ටිය LC issuance කරන කට්ටිය මට අත උස්සන්න කියන්න පේන්නේ නැහනේ
So Penny.
please tell me Penny
Penny.
yeah opening LCs
Yes, sir.
yeah anybody else බයද මම question කරන්නේ නැහැ මට ඕනේ කීදෙනෙක් ඉන්නවද කියලා බලන්න LC සරණ කට්ටිය how many people are doc checkers
Sam here.
how
Himalaya.
many people are doc checkers huh
Himalaya.
yeah which bank
Commercial bank.
commercial bank right import or export
Export.
right import doc checkers la import doc checkers la innada right now what I want to tell you is normally in any bank they what they think is in a trade finance department who is the most important role at the clerical පැත්තෙන් ගත්තාම ලොකුම රෝල් එක එක්ස්පීරියන්ස් කට්ටිය දාන්නේ මොනවටද අවුරුදු ගණන් එක්ස්පීරියන්ස් තියෙන UCP කටපාඩම් ISBP එක දන්න කෙනෙක් කට්ටිය ළමයි හොඳට වැඩකාරයෝ ටික දාන්නේ මොකටද
Bill check.
bill check කරන්න නේද as a bill checker Right? But in my opinion, a lot of people, when a person comes to the bank department, ඉස්සලාම දානවා LCR ඉන්න. ටක් ගාලා කියන පෙනී ඔන්න ආට තව ගෝලයක් ඉන්නවා. මෙන්න මෙයා ළමයා පුරුදු කරලා ගන්න. right? දැන් පෙනී වෙන දැනකට දාන්න. ඒක න කරන්නේ දැන් අපි කරන්නේ. මේ ඩිපාර්ට්මන්ට් එකට කොහෙන් හරි ආපු ළමයෙක්ව UCP දන්නෙත් නැහැ. මේ URR දන්නෙත් නැහැ. කිසිම දෙයක් දන්නේ දානවා LCR ඉන්න කියලා. LCR නේ ළමයා තමයි හොඳටම knowledgeable වෙන්න ඕනේ. Then they won't make any mistakes. ඔය වගේ මේ මෝඩ මේ clauses දාන්නෙත් නැහැ. And the other thing, if the LC has been opened in such a way, in a perfect way, then the bill checker's job will be very much easy. Very much easy. And ඒකයි important එක. ඔගොල්ලෝ ඒක මේ ගන්න අපේ document මේ LC openers ලට අපි ඒ credit එක දෙන්නේ නැහැ ගොඩක් වෙලාට. මේ අලුත් ළමයි දානවා LCR ඉන්න. ගහනවා බුල් විමානයකට. officers ලා check කරන්නේත් නැහැ. ඒවත් ඒගොල්ලෝ mistake කරලා අරනවා. overlook වෙනවා. ඊට පස්සේ bill checkers ලට අහම ඔක්කොම discrepant documents. අන්තිමට බලනකොට කාගේද වැරද්ද? බැංක් එකේ. ඔයාලට තේරෙනවද? ඔයගොල්ලෝ ගිහිල්ලා පොඩ්ඩක් හිතලා බලන්න. ඔක පැත්තකට ඉඳන් හොඳ LC මන්නම් කියන්නේ LC opener ඉන්න ඕන. LC openers තමයි යන්න ඕනේ doc checking වලට. Not the other people. හොඳම experience කට්ටිය ඉන්නවා LCR ඉන්න. ඊට පස්සේ ඒ කට්ටිය තමයි කවදා හරි ඊගාවට next move එක document checkers ලා bill checkers ලා. Very easy, right? Right. The deferred payment. Deferred payment means terms and conditions of a credit issued on deferred payment terms are payment is not immediate. Payment is at the time in the future determinable in accordance with the credit. A draft is not required to be present. Deferred payment, there's no draft. That's the main difference between the deferred payment and the acceptance trade. Acceptance, there is a draft to be accepted. Right? Deferred payment, there's no draft. Then by acceptance, terms and conditions of a credit issued on acceptance terms are payment is not immediate. Drafts are required to be presented. Acceptance එකේදී draft එක තමයි important. We are going to accept the draft. Payment is on the maturity date of the draft. Right? Acceptance credit provides a means by which the beneficiary may be able to obtain finance by discounting the bank accepted bills. Right? Acceptance credits provide a means by which the beneficiary may be able to obtain finance by discounting the bank's accepted bill. If it is an accepted bill, once you send the documents to the issuing bank will accept the bill and send a telex to the negotiating bank, the beneficiary's bank. Then on the strength of that acceptance, if the beneficiary wants money, we can discount the bill without any problem, right? Because the issuing bank has already accepted the bill and they have promised to pay on the due date. So we are 100% sure about getting the money, unless otherwise there's a fraud, right? When by negotiation has been defined in Article 2 of UCP 600. Can you refer to the negotiation. Kiloban Article 2 again. UCP 600 print color. Negotiation means the purchase by the nominated bank of drafts within brackets drawn on a bank other than the nominated bank and or documents under a compliant presentation by advancing or agreeing to advance funds to the beneficiary on or before the banking day on which reimbursement is due to the nominated bank. That means giving value. Giving value. In this particular one, there's a very important thing. Me putulana ne. Me questions akan yogalangi. Oglanta kalpana karandam. Deva. In this interpretation, right? They have not mentioned anything about recourse. Recourse. They have not mentioned anything about recourse. What do you mean by recourse? What do you mean by recourse? If something goes wrong, whether our beneficiary or my customer, exporter, has any recourse to the bank. Whether I can go to him and debit his account and collect the money. Once I given the money, whether I can collect the money from him. What they make it. Right? Ekainda tamai me negotiations kineka harima risky. Once you give the money, it's given. Right? You can't have any recourse to the customer. You can't have any recourse to the customer. Once you a document check karanna ariba perfect විදියට තියෙනවා. පස්සේ මේව කරන්න බෑ. When I was with HSBC, not me, one of our guys has negotiated a document and given my when I talk about the frauds, example like $3 million, $3 million US dollars. Negotiate kalla damma pawenda avuna fraud dekak kiyala mata. When I went to stop the funds, there was only 1,780 dirhams. $3,000 into 3.66, you can about 11 million dirhams. 11 million dirhams ling. 1,700 of course, Ali Aragana. Customers no recourse to them. You can't have any recourse. Right? That decision has been taken by the bank. So bank has to take the responsibility. Right? Then a credit available by negotiation should be indicate either a nominated bank authorized to negotiate or credit which is freely negotiable, in which case any bank is a nominated bank. The drafts are drawn to the issuing bank and signed. Right? Then availability and recourse, these are homework for you. Go through it. Right? Me print kalla. When box file lega dala tiyaganna. නැත්නම් උගන්ට එක්සෑම් එකට පාඩම් කරගන්න බැරි වෙනවා. මේ ඔන්ලයින්ම කරන්න බෑ. මේ එන handouts ටික ඔක්කොම handouts හදාගෙන print කරලා upload කරලා save කරලා ඊළඟ print කරගෙන hard copy එකක් තියාගන්න. මේක දාලා තියෙනවා 10 කොහොමද request එකක් තියනවද නැද්ද chart එකක් තියෙනවා උගන්ට බලන්න. Availability and the drafts, right? If it is negotiation by site, drafts not essential. If there's a draft, on whom we have to draw the draft, issuing bank. If it's a usance, normally we have to have the draft on issuing bank, right? When handling of discrepant documents presented by the beneficiary, handling of discrepant documents, how we are going to handle it? If the beneficiary comes with the discrepant documents, one thing is we'll have to request them to. We have to request them to correct the documents and bring it again. Within the Gudak Katti Karna Varadati, especially bill checkers, right? When the customer, when you come across any discrepancies, or if certain corrections has to be done to these documents, what you will do is you will give that particular document to the customer to go and get it corrected and bring it clear. My advice to you, the best practice is don't do that. Either you return the whole thing to them. The best thing is you return them, you show them the errors, you show them the required documents, and return the entire set to the customer. Return the entire set to the customer. Why is that? Why is that? Article 14C. Article 14C. They have to present the documents before the expiry of the credit. Otherwise, it will be late presentation partly within the expiry of the credit. This expired. Neither. Commercial bank bill check karan.
Yes.
Right? Even neither.
Okay.
Oh, right. But we should not return only one document. I'll tell you why. Okay, this guy will come to you on 22nd June. He will submit the document. He will present the document. You will check the documents and you will see on 23rd 6 where customer you have some errors in this particular document. Can you get it corrected and bring it back? Right, sir? The customers managing director Wolf Clark, ne? Banquet in a mania, Clark. Thing Eminia, the now, Samalata PMs. Arangila, the Karakan in Lankila, very much done now. At the Granoni. They are going to Yehilla, may LC will be expired, expired again, 24th June. 24 June වල මේ LC එක expire වෙනවා. මෙයා ගිහිල්ලා ආපහු ඒ වැසීල් කරලා ඔක්කොම කරලා මේක ගේනවා 25 වෙනිදා ගෙනල්ලා දෙනවා. 25 වෙනිදා ගෙනල්ලා දෙනවා. අර ડોකියුමන්ට් එක අරන් එනවා. ඇවිල්ලා දැන් බලනකොට LC එක expired. Now what the reason is, when you receive these documents on 22/6, ඔයා ගහනවා receive stamp එක ගහලා ඔක්කොම documents එක ඔයා ගාව තියන් ඉන්නවා. ඊට පස්සේ මෙතන 23rd වල දුන්නා, 25th වල මෙයා ගේනවා. Meanwhile LC is expired. මේක අපිට ගන්න බෑ correct document set එකක් කියලා. right? මේක ගොඩාක් බැංක්ස් වල කට්ටිය කරන ලොකු වැරද්දක්. දැන් කස්ටමර් ආවත් එක්ක ආගිය කරනවා මම ඔයාලට දුන්නේ 20 සෙකන්ඩ් වල. මම ඔයාලට දුන්නේ 20 සෙකන්ඩ් වල. ඒක ඔයා තියාගත්තා. ඒක මම නෑ දැන් මට නෑ කියන්නත් බෑ. එහෙනම් මම මේක අරගෙන මේ කරන්න ඕන. පස්සේ අරගොල්ලෝ දැනගත්තොත් උගල දෙකලම අමාරුයි. කවදාවත් අර ડોකියුමන්ට් එකක් දෙන්න එපා. Return the whole thing. Return the whole thing. Right? එතකොට අපිට ඒක බලන්න වෙනවා. Right? අපි මේක තව පොඩ්ඩක් මේක කරමු. මට තව විනාඩි 5ක් දෙන්න. මම විනාඩි 5න් මම මේක ඉවර කරලා we'll take a small break of 15 minutes. It's difficult for me to keep on talking, right? But we will continue, right? Make up then remit under approval with reference to the DCA with the consent of the beneficiary. Remit under approval, right? Then the third one, with the beneficiary's consent, request for telex approval. That also we do. And we list down all the discrepancies, and then we send a telex to the issuing bank and ask them to give their consent. That we do. And negotiate, the last one is negotiate under reserve or indemnity from the beneficiary. We ask for a indemnity from the beneficiary, and then we negotiate under the indemnity. Right? And the other thing is, inoperative credits, always discourage attempts by issuing DCs to weaken the position of the beneficiary by including conditions over which beneficiary has no control. If the beneficiary can't do these things, right? So don't insert those things as a LC conditions in operative document, right? අපි මේක දැන් pre advice කියන එක දැන් අපේ භාවිතයෙන් ගිහලා ඒකෙන් මම මේ කතා කරන්නේ. Some examples of inoperative clauses. Payment are to be made only once the goods have been cleared through customs. Can you do it? Now, export has to send them documents, and then he will not get the money because he has to wait till the goods are cleared through the customs. It is outside the LC terms. But there we have put a inoperative clauses. And ඒක තමයි මම කිව්වේ LCs අරනකොට හරි මොලේ තියෙන ළමයි මේකට දාන්න ඕන. ඒතකොට ඒ ළමයි knowledgeable කට්ටිය කවදාකවත් මේ වගේ border clauses දාන්නේ නැහැ. The DC is to become operative only upon the issuance of an amendment that an import license has been issued. How can you control these things? Right? The DC is to become operative only upon receipt of export receipts from back-to-back LC. Right? A DC is to become operative only upon receipt of a performance guarantee acceptable to the issuing bank. මේ වගේ inoperative clauses we should not use. Right? Okay. Which of these concerns of a buyer can be addressed by appropriate terms and conditions letter of credit? Goods are insured adequately, yes or no?
Yes.
Answer. Can we address that concern? Goods are insured adequately. That's the concern the buyer is having. Right? Can we address that issue?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. How? How? Yeah, questions නෙමෙයි. ඔයගලන්ට ඉක්මනට කියන්න. I don't want to waste time. How can we address that? Huh?
By asking for the appropriate insurance cover and the appropriate clauses.
Yes, correct. Then goods are of acceptable quality. Can we address that concern?
No.
Yes, yeah, we can, because if we ask for certification,
Yeah, what quality certificate?
yeah,
Yes, okay. Then goods are dispatched on time.
Yes.
Can we?
Yes.
Goods are dispatched on time.
Yes.
What is the clause we had to insert?
The latest date of shipment.
Sorry, but the
The latest date of shipment.
latest date of shipment.
Yes.
Good. Goods are delivered on time.
No. That we cannot address, sir?
What's the answer? Yes or no?
No.
no,
No, you can't. Because during that transit period, we don't know what's going to happen. Right? Then what is the first step in a letter of credit process? A, B, C, or D?
D.
C.
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 Answer is C. This one, 3. What's the correct answer?
C.
Correct answer is C. Advise a credit to beneficiary without adding the confirmation and inform bank B without delay. Right? Then 4, 5 and 4 and 5. Can you as homework, please try to answer these 2 questions. What do you understand by workability of a credit, and what do you understand by term negotiation? Right? Okay. Now, I have finished the introduction to documentary credit, and I have completed all the 4 payment methods with you. There is open account, advance payment, then what do you call this? Documentary collection and documentary credit. Right? Now, we are going to discuss about more details on letter of credit. That is, we are going to discuss, these are the vanilla products what we discuss, right? Normal site LC, user LC, we discuss, right? Now we are going to discuss about the various other types of credits, right? Okay. Now, first we'll discuss about the clean credit. We discuss clean collection. Likewise, now we discuss about the clean credit. What do you mean by clean credit? Clean credit is issued by a bank, the seller may draw bills upon the banker without documentary support. Only the bills, no documentary support. If it is with the documentary support, we call it documentary credit. Here, no documents, only the draft. So therefore, we call it clean credit. Clean credits are granted only to firms of the highest credit standing or against security. I don't think any of you have opened a clean credit. Any of you have the experience of opening a clean credit? Any of you?
No, sir. No.
Huh?
No, sir. No.
No. Right. Because especially in our country, Sri Lanka and all, this is not common. But in Europe, yes. I have seen some clean credits, but I have never opened a clean credit, right? But that is also granted only to firms of the highest trade standing or against security, because it's a high risk, right? Because there's no documentary support. Then standby letter of credit, the second part. From now onwards, we are going to discuss more in detail about the various types. Standby letter of credit. Now, in a letter of credit, in a normal letter of credit, if the beneficiary has fulfilled his obligations as per the terms and conditions of the LC, listen to me very carefully. In a normal letter of credit, what we have learned, if the beneficiary has fulfilled his obligations as per the terms and conditions of the LC, we will pay them. Am I correct? Is the statement correct or wrong?
Correct.
Correct. That is a normal way. Now, in a standby letter of credit, the other way around. Right? If you do not fulfill your obligations under a letter of credit, if you do not fulfill your obligations under letter of credit, then you will be getting paid. Right? In other words, it is like a bank guarantee. Standby letter of credit is very much similar to a bank guarantee. If you take the definition, the standby credit is a documented credit or similar arrangements, however named or described, which represents an obligation to the beneficiary on the part of the issuing bank to repay money borrowed by the applicant or advance to or for the account of the applicant. B, make payment on account of any indebtedness undertaken by the applicant. Or C, make payment on account of any default by the applicant in the performance of an obligation. Now here, forget about the definition given here. We'll try to discuss it in simple words. All right? Repay money borrowed by the applicant or advance to or for the account of applicant. Now here, just imagine a scenario like this. A customer comes to the bank and asks for a loan facility. And he will give a standby letter of credit to cover the loan facility, right? Of course, with some security. And the bank will ask, okay, then you give us a standby letter of credit. So with the proper appropriate collateral, we will issue a standby letter of credit. And that customer, and after that, we have given the facility to the customer, a loan or facility or whatever. And over a period of time, if that guy repay the whole thing, if that guy repays his indebtedness or debts or whatever, then that standby letter of credit will be cancelled and it will be null and void. Only in case if these people, the customer has not settled his loans, then under the standby letter of credit, we can demand whatever the outstanding amount. Whatever the outstanding amount, we can demand. So this is the scenario behind standby letter of credit. Only if the, what do you call this, customer has not fulfilled his obligation of settling the loan, then only this will trigger. You got it? Right. Now, standby letter of credit is very much similar to bank guarantee. Even a bank guarantee is the same way, right? Likewise, standby letter of credit, credits are used for construction field, then like bonds, performance bonds, bid bonds. We used to say, keep standby letter of credit instead of bank guarantees or big bonds, right? So why then we are having two types? If the workability is very much similar, why we are having two types? In Sri Lanka, what do you have? Standby LCs or bank guarantees?
Bank guarantee.
Guarantees.
We are having bank guarantees.
Bank guarantee.
We are having bank guarantees. We are not very much used to standby LCs, right? But in USA and some European countries, they use standby LCs. In USA, 100% standby LCs. 100%. According to their law, they won't recognize bank guarantees in their law, US law. So because of that, standby letter of credit is the instrument where they use instead of or in lieu with in lieu of bank guarantees, right? Otherwise, the functionality is the same. Then standby LC is used as a guarantee for non-payment by the buyer or non-compliance with the arrangement by the supplier, either a payment guarantee or a performance guarantee, right? Standby LCs are commonly used as a form of guarantee by a parent company for credit facilities given to a subsidiary company. Then, in support of importers' open account purchases, then to cover brokerage firms' margin requirement. What do you mean by brokerage firms' margin requirement? The brokerage firms, they want to keep a margin. right? Always, all these brokerage firms, they want to keep a margin. But instead of keeping a cash margin, the companies will use standby LCs or a bank guarantee instead of the cash margin requirement. To serve as bid and performance bonds in the construction industry or service contract business, to cover advance payment or performance bonds, to provide insurers, agents worldwide reimbursement of claims paid. All these insurers, all these insurance companies, they have to reinsure. They have to reinsure their business with other underwriters in UK, especially in UK. Right? So when we do the reinsurance, we won't keep any cash margin. Instead of that, we issue a standby LC of, we say, 1 billion rupees or 1 billion. We say $100 million or something. We issue a standby LC, and only if there's a default, it will be claimed. Otherwise, at the end of the period, it will get automatically cancelled. Right? So the most important thing is the difference between the normal LC and a standby LC is standby LCs are activated only if the obligations have not been fulfilled. On the other hand, in the normal LC, once the exporter has fulfilled his obligations as per the terms and conditions of the LC, he will be getting paid. Right? The standby LC many open account transactions, even for open account transactions between the two parties, the transactions will go on for months and months and months. Repeatedly, they do the entire transactions up to a certain amount. We can issue a covering standby LC to cover the exposure. Right? It's a very good instrument. And then standby LCs are governed by, tell me, standby LCs are governed by, is it UCP 600 or ISP 98? What? International Standby Practice 1998. They got UCP 600, ISP 98.
I have seen both. I have
Right.
seen both.
You have seen both. May I know your name, please?
Kasun.
Pardon?
Kasun.
Kasun.
Yeah.
Kasun, which bank?
Sampath.
Sampath Bank. Kasun says he has seen both. What about others? Any Lasanti, the Matagatina Nantiga. Commercial banking put the Kita and Tamakatagar. No, the again. මෙයා හරිද? කසුන් හරිද? He has seen both. ISP 98 දැන් දන්නවා අපි. International standby practice. UCP 600 can it be covered standby LCs operations? Come on. එක ළමයි answer කළේ.
UCP 600 most of the time covers commercial, most of the time focuses on commercial letters of credit, not on ISP, but I think it's more appropriate because more appropriately it's covered under ISP, standby letters of credit.
More appropriate කියන එක හරි. මම අහන්නේ can we covered කියන එක.
Not sure.
Can we covered? Kasun, tell me, what is the article of UCP 600? Right. Application of UCP, Article 1. Article 1. Can you read? Can all of you read the Article 1? කියවන්නෙම නැති එකනේ. ඒක මුකුත් නැහැ. Application of UCP are rules that apply to any documentary credit, including to the extent to which that they may be applicable, any standby letter of credit. Very clearly they have mentioned. Very clearly they have mentioned. Right? UCP 600 එකත් Kasun is perfectly correct. The both, yes. But the most appropriate one is there's a special regulations, that is ISP 98. If you are using standby practices, yes, always it is better to use ISP. Okay, that's more appropriate. අපි ISP වෙනම ඉගෙන ගන්නවා. එතකොට අපි ඒකෙදි ඒ clauses ටික අපි කරමු. මට දැනගන්න කියන්න බලන්න මේ either banks are familiar with ISP 98, the bank guarantees උත් එනවා for various loans and bid bonds and all, instead of bank guarantee, now we are getting standby letter of credit, right? එහෙම ඔගොල්ලෝ ගන්නවද? දැන් බාර ගන්නවද නැද්ද? තාම ඔගොල්ලෝ bank guarantee එකක් ඉල්ලනවද? අපිට ISP 98 එකත් එක subject to ISP 98 කියලා ආවම ඔගොල්ලෝ ඒක accept කරනවද? එහෙම නැත්නම් bank guarantee එකක් ඉල්ලනවද? ළමයි කතා කරන්න. Are your banks are familiar with this?
Yeah, accepting.
You are accepting. From commercial there? Sampan, yes. You have to accept. I know some banks, they are reluctant to accept because they say we are not sure about this ISP 98 clauses and all those things. That's bullshit, right? Now, entire world is accepting, so we also have to accept it, right? Okay. Now we learned about claim credits, standby letter of credit. The third one is red clause credit. Red clause. A red clause DC is a documented credit with a special condition incorporated into it. that authorizes the confirming bank or any other nominated bank to make advances to the beneficiary before presentation of the document. Right? The red clause can there's a nice story behind this red clause disease. When I started trade finance, we didn't have Swift. අපේ තිබුණේ ඔක්කොම type කරලා telex එකේ යවන්නේ. එහෙම නැත්නම් mail LCs, එහෙම නැත්නම් telex LCs. type කරලා යවන්න ඕනේ. අර mail LC එක type කරනකොට red clause එකේදී if it is a red clause LC, what we did was we used to one of the typewriters was the type canning, right? What we did was the special clause we typed in. The special clause we type in red letters. There are Remington, Olympia typewriter එකේ tab එක press කරලා ගියවහම red එකකින් වදින්නේ. දැන් නම් සමහර ළමයින් දැකලත් නැතුව ඇති typewriters කියනවා. Right? උන්ට මතක ඇති දැකපු කට්ටියට මතක් වෙනවා දැන් කොහොමද typewriter එක අපි tab එක press කරලා ගියවහම red එකකින් වදින්නේ. This particular clause we used to type it in red. That is why we call it red clause DC. Here, what we are doing is we are authorizing the confirming bank or any other nominated bank to make an advance to the beneficiary before presentation of the document. Right? So therefore, what do you think about these type of LCs? What do you think about these type of LCs? Is it a pre-shipment financing or post-shipment financing?
Pre-shipment financing.
It's a pre-shipment financing. Before the shipment, that guy, the exporter or the beneficiary, they need certain money. And because of that, they are asking the buyer to give them some money. Right? So buyer is giving authority to release certain amount to the beneficiary. Right? This was started a long time back in early 1500 1600 era, right? This sheep merchants, sheep farmers, what they do is before they give the wool, first they have to bring up these sheep. They have to feed them, they have to look after them, right? Various medicines and all sort of things, right? So they have to look after the sheep, right? And then only they'll cut the wool and then bundle it and then sell it. This, so those people, they always ask for an advance. So that is why the banks has started these type of LCs to give some advance to the beneficiary. Right? The clause may require a receipt for the advance duly signed by the beneficiary. A receipt for the advance duly signed by the beneficiary. an undertaking from the beneficiary to utilize the funds to purchase and pack the material. Once they take the money, they have to give an undertaking to the LC opening bank that they are using this, they are utilizing this money only to purchase the raw materials and pack the material. Right? An undertaking from the beneficiary to present the full set of documents as stipulated in the credit to the negotiating bank within the expiry of the credit. ඔය ඔක්කොම conditions තුනටම යටත්ලා තමයි අපිට මේ red clause LC එකක් අරින්න වෙන්නේ. Right? Yeah. In Sri Lanka, if you are going to open red clause LCs, right? How many people have opened LCs, red clause LCs with this clause? Penny, you said you're opening the LCs. Have you opened red
Yes,
clause
sir.
LCs? You have opened. Are there any restrictions to the amount?
Yes, sometimes we put 70-30 a percentage.
70-30 percentage.
No, you put a percentage. This much to be financed at the presentation of the documents and
So
the balance.
immediately we allow the advising bank to release 30% of the LC value.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yes, we put a percentage, 70-30, 40-60, something like that.
Okay. Now, my question is there a limitation, a value-wise, that 30% comes to this amount, or 40% comes to this amount, or
So
is there
we
a
cannot.
limitation? Huh?
So we cannot exceed the USD 50,000. Is it right?
Perfect. Perfect. That's the answer I was looking for. In Sri Lanka, you cannot exceed US dollars 50,000 because this is something like an advance payment. Right? This is something like an advance payment. So you can't 30% or 40% or 50% has to be within 50,000 US dollars.
If it exceeds, you have to ask for a bank guarantee, right?
Yes. You have to ask for a bank guarantee. Very correct. Recently, you're from NTB, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, from NTB. Because I used to deal with NTB, but I think we have opened the LCs, this particular LC, not with NTB. If I'm correct, it is Sampath Devarage LC. My subsidiary company. We open a LC for $550,000. $550,000 for a project to set up a theme park. Stage wise, but then don't know. See, Mangantimidi make up Hedua LCK conditions dala. What do you call this? Red clause LC's conditions dala. The first payment, according to the agreement, comes to about $80,000. $80,000, we can't do it. So what we did was, we did 50%, 50,000 up to a limit of 50,000 under the LC. The other one, we'll have to keep we had to have a bank guarantee to cover the balance 30,000. That's a central bank regulation, right? Then The green class LC, red class gear, then green class LC. What do you mean by green class LC? A green class DC allows pre-shipment to be made as red class DC, but stipulate that advances may only be made against goods stored to the advising bank's order pending shipment. ආපස්සට කියවලා බලන්න ඒ කැල්ල ඒක තේරෙනවද කියලා? Now in red class LC, we are having LC of US dollars 100,000, US dollars 100,000. Out of that, we give 25% of the money as a red class, right? So US dollars 25,000 we advance. We can. After that, with this 25,000, the beneficiary will utilize this. He will give us an undertaking that he will utilize this money to purchase the raw materials and prepare the do the manufacturing and all those things he will do. But in green class LC, it's also a pre-shipment like red class, but it stipulates that advances may only be made against goods stored in advising bank's order. That is finished goods, almost finished goods in the made against the goods stored to the advising bank's order. Pending shipment. This is pending shipment. This is to do the manufacturing, to buy the raw materials and all. Here, everything has been done, but they are pending shipment. Almost finished products, right? But such green clauses, DCs are rare nowadays, right? Funds are advanced against warehouse receipts in the lending bank's name. If we say we have manufactured the goods and it's in the warehouse, it's in the warehouse, and the warehouse receipt will be issued in the lending bank's name. Right? Warehouse receipt is issued in the lending bank's name. And those things we are financing. Right? Red class LCs, green class LCs, other one is evergreen LCs. Evergreen LCs, known as annually renewable DCs. This is very common in insurance sector for underwriting certain insurance risk, right? And they, for massive ones, it is all very much similar to standby LCs, right? Only thing is issued for a long period, not like standby, issued for a long period, more than 360 days or at least minimum 360 days, annually renewable. So you have to keep a guarantee for insurance underwriting jobs, right? So it's like a guarantee. That's why I said it's very much similar to standby DCs. Then revolving documentary credits. Revolving documentary credit.
So excuse me.
Yeah.
In evergreen DCs, is there an expiry date, or is there an expiry date and you have to keep on extending
Yes,
it?
there is an expiry date, and it is every year automatically renewable. Expiry after 1 year, yes, expire. Expiry නැතුව අපි දෙන්නේ නැහැ නේ. But auto renewable. Is the answer is you're okay with the answer?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay. Then the revolving LCs. Revolving LCs are now out of the LCs what we had discussed, clean credit, red clause, evergreen, green clause, and all those things. What are the common ones? And standby, පහක් තියෙනවා. අපි කළා. දැන් පහක් ඉවරයි. We have discussed 5 types. What are the common ones?
Red clause and revolving.
තාම revolving නාවේ නෑ පුතේ.
Standby.
Standby.
Standby and red clause.
Standby and red clause. Standby and red clause.
I can say mixed payment also for the red clause.
And
Mixed payment LCs can be taken as red clause. Mixed payment term, several payment terms. Advance payment 30%, then LC side 70%, and we say mixed payment.
yeah. ගන්න පුළුවන් අපි 30% advance payment යන්නේ. Whatever advance payments එන ඒවා අපිට red clause එකට තමයි යන්නේ. Now comes revolving documented credits. Revolving documented credits is also happening in the banks. I don't know how common. How many people have opened revolving LCs? Any experience? Any experience?
I have not opened, but I have deal with one LC. It is remaining for 4 years.
Yeah, but you have seen.
Yeah.
Right. What about Lasanti, Penny?
No, so we also haven't opened, but we have a revolving LC.
Right.
I think since 2011 or something. It's just that we keep on extending it. That's all. Yes.
Extending. Now, I have, out of my 45 years banking, more than nearly 30 years in international trade. During that period, I think I may have opened and checked and gone through more than 100,000, easily more than 100,000 LCs. Right? But out of that, if I talk about revolving documented credit, less than 15, my entire career, less than 15, 15. දහයක් ඕනනම් තියෙන්න ඇති කියලා මට හිතෙන්නේ. මට හරියට මතක නැති හින්දා මම 15 කියලා කිව්වේ. නැත්තම් 10ක් විතර වගේ තමයි revolving LCs අපි අරලා තියෙන්නේ. Right? Even though it is common, very rarely we open because there are so many risks involved in revolving documented credit. Right? A definition is a revolving documented credit is one by which, under the terms and conditions thereof, the amount is renewed or reinstated without specific amendments to the DC being required. The revolving documentary credit may be revocable or irrevocable. The revolving documentary credit may be revocable or irrevocable and may revolve in relation to time or value. Right? එච්චර ලොකට ගන්න එපා. අපි ඊට පස්සේ කතා කරනකොට අපි ඉගෙන ගමු පොඩ පොඩ.
So excuse me.
Yeah.
Now in this LC, what sort of purpose? I mean, what are the sort of business that involved in this type of LC?
Yeah, I'm going to discuss that. You can see the slide. Right?
Okay.
This is used between buyers and sellers who have a long-standing trading relationship and experience in the shipment of goods described in the credit. Right? since you asked me the questions, I'll give you some examples. When I was at Cargill's Bank, anybody from Cargill's Bank? Yeah? Nobody? Right? When I was at Cargill's Bank, before, I mean, the moment we started the business, right? We were, we had an issue of having the correspondent relationship and all those things. But one of my subsidiary, those days, Cargill's owned 3-coin beer factory at Meegoda. This, you must be familiar with 3-coin beer. Then then 3-coin beer was, the factory was taken over by the landlagger. And those days, when we had the 3-coin beer factory, that guy, the factory head, one German guy, they are the best in the market for beer manufacturing. He came to me, his name was Michael. He came to me and he was telling me to manufacture the beer, they need certain raw materials from different countries, like malt and yeast and all sort of things. I can't remember what are the raw materials. Beer other than that, but they said one component or the raw materials are coming from Italy, one from Germany, one from France, like that. Hungary, they are getting various type of things on a regular basis. So he is asking me every time when they bring the stuff, they need to open the LCs, because those people are asking for LCs. Without LCs, they won't ship the goods. They want the cover under the LC. So he says it's a cumbersome thing. Every month we need these things on a regular basis. So he asked me, what is the best way we can sort it out? Then I said, I proposed them. You can do the transaction under a revolving LC, right? Between the buyer and the seller, they have a long-standing relationship. And the same type of goods are coming over and over and over on a regular basis, right? So this is very easy thing. Then he wanted me to open the LC. Advice at the Nigila Magipite, then Karikilava, with GV the time LC the high Pahalo. With some experienced people, now my entire staff is newly recruited people, not a single experienced guy. So when you don't have experienced people, you can't take a risk of having this revolving LCs and all. It's a very, very sophisticated and risky thing. Operationally, it is very risky. Right? I will explain to you why. So I slowly told that guy, yes, I can do, but we are a new bank. Nobody knows about us. Why not you go to Standard Chartered then? Standard Chartered is a local labor. I mean, sorry. Well, they can do it. They are knowledgeable enough and they have experience and good staff. Right? At that time. Then නම් කාගිල්ස් එකේ අපිට අපි ඒ වගේ දැන් එක්ස්පීරියන්ස් කට්ටිය ඉන්නවා අපිට කරන්න. ඒ දවස්වල කරන්න බෑ. Between the buyer and the seller, they want to transact same goods over and over. That is why without opening separate LCs, we open LC like Penny කිව්වා 2011 වල ඇරියයි කියලා. boy කෙනෙක් කිව්වා 2017 ද කොහෙද ඇරියයි නේද? LC එකක් ඇත්‍රතිනයක අවුරුදු 3-4ක් ඒක යනවා, right? ඔය වගේ දිගටම යනවා, right? The amount available on the credit to be reinstated, usually without any specific amendment. Without any specific amendment, we do the reinstatement, right? Here, one of the important things is banks issuing revolving credits should specifically exclude the provisions of Article 32 of UCP 600, installment drawings of or shipments, as the two methods are fundamentally and conceptually different. When you make it very important, when we open LC, revolving LCs, if you don't, revolving LCs are governed by which regulation? Revolving LCs are governed by which regulation? Come on. දැක්කයි මතක් කරගන්න දැන්. Revolving LCs දැක්ක කට්ටිය. Governed by which regulation? UCP the, URC the, URR the, ISP the, ISBP the, මොකක්ද?
UCP.
මොකක්ද?
UCP.
UCP. ඔක තව හිතන්න දෙයක් නැහැ. Right? It is governed by UCP. So, but only thing is, if you say it is subject, it is subject to UCP 600. If you say it is subject to UCP 600, mature. Because Article 32 of UCP 600 contradict fundamentally and conceptually with the revolving LCs theory. Article 32. Let's read the Article 32. මේක හොඳට උඩට ගන්න ඕන. Article 32. තවත් එක article එකක් අපි ඉවර කරනවා. Installment drawings or shipments. If a drawing or shipment by installment within given period is stipulated in the credit and any installment is not drawn or shipped within the period allowed for that installment, the credit ceases to be available for that and any subsequent installments. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? I'll make a explain කරන්න ගන්නට. ඉස්සෙල්ලා අපි Article 32 එක ඉගෙන ගන්න ඉන්න ඕන. Right? I'll explain to you with an example. In one of these LCs, what you have opened, installment shipments in it, installment payments, installment shipments. First shipment, on 1st April, on or before 1st April. On or before 1st April, US dollars 10,000. Right? අපි ගමු pieces 100 units. 100 units for US dollars 10,000. The second shipment on or before 1st May for 200 units, US dollars 20,000. Third shipment on or before 16 for 100 units, US dollars, 10,000. This is the shipment schedule. This is the shipment schedule. You have put in the LC. Okay. And it says installment shipments and installment payments. Each shipment you'll be getting paid. Right? The first shipment you will receive. The first shipment you will receive on not received. Sorry, it will be shipped on 31st March. On 31st March, first shipment was shipped on 31st March. Is it all right? Is it within the LC conditions?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is okay. Second shipment, so we can pay it. The second shipment on or before 1/5, it was shipped on 29th April. Sorry. Second shipment on or before 1st March, it was shipped on 3rd May. On or before 1st March, 1st May, 3rd May ship karla. Is it correct? Is it correct?
Discrepancy, sir.
Yes or
No,
no?
sir. No, there's a discrepancy. There's a discrepancy.
It's a late shipment.
Yes.
Right. Now, the third shipment, they have shipped on 30th May. Is it correct?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. 16. Correct. First one, can we pay? After we receive the first shipment, can we pay?
Yes, can
Yes.
pay.
And
Yes.
Yes.
Can pay.
yes. Second one, can we pay? Second one, can we pay?
After
According to
accepting
the shipment schedule?
after accepting the discrepancies, can proceed with the payment.
Forget about the discrepancy accept කරන්නේ. එහෙමනම් අපිට pay කරන්න පුළුවන්ද?
But can't
Can we pay?
No, sir.
We can't pay. Third one, can we pay?
Yes, sir.
Third one, can we pay?
Yes.
Yeah.
එන්නනේ. Yes කියලා මට එකක් දෙනවා.
Yes.
Huh? Huh?
Yes, can pay.
We can pay.
Yes, you can pay. Wrong. You can't pay. As per the Article 32, you can't pay. Now read the Article 32 again. One important never. Now read the Article 32. මේ ගොඩක් කල exam questions වෙනවා මේ වගේ examples දීලා අපි අහනවා මේ questions. But this case is,
If any
this is
installment
okay.
is not,
Yeah, if this installment is not happening as per the LC terms, then this is wrong and all the subsequent ones. All the subsequent ones. Okay? That is Article 32. හැබැයි
In revolving, we
If it is a revolving LCs, it is
excluded.
we have to exclude it. අපි එක exclude නොකර revolving LC එකක් කැරියොත් revolving LC එක exclude.
C7.
ඒක තමයි අපි කියන්නේ මේක revolving LC එක අපි ඒක හරි carefully ඒක කරන්න ඕනේ. Right? හරිම carefully ඒක කරන්න ඕනේ. ඔන්න තේරුණා නේද? Right. Okay. Right. So bank issuing revolving LC, credits should specifically exclude the provisions of Article 32 of UCP 600, installment drawings or shipments, as the two methods are fundamentally and conceptually different. Right? The Mevagi Apikato theme. Right, okay. The two methods of reinstatement of revolving LCs upon time, either cumulative or non-cumulative, then upon value. Right? The main example is cumulative and non-cumulative. What do you mean by cumulative and non-cumulative? The same thing upon time. Time. 1st April, 1st May, 1st June, 1st July, okay, right? Then the number of units, right? So, value income, one value. Right? US dollars. Now we have a LC to import is a every month 10,000 US dollars. Every month US dollars 10,000 worth of US dollars 10,000 worth of goods we have to import every month. The first month 1/4 we import 10,000 US dollars. I'm now talking about the cumulative, right? Cumulative. The second month we import. We have asked for $10,000, but what they have sent to us was only units worth of $8,000, not $10,000. In June, before 1st June, this month they have sent $2,000 less. So the third month, the exporter can send them the shipment of 12,000. May month eකට 10යි මේක ඉතුරු 2යි. Fourth month එකේදී අපි හිතමු 10ක් දැම්මා. මේ විතර ගන්න පුළුවන්. Now if you say this is cumulative, the non-cumulative first month 10,000 Nava. Second month we have imported 8,000. the limit is $10,000. Third month, not 12. The maximum you can go is up to 10,000, not 12,000, non-cumulative. This month, we do 5,000 කියලා. එහෙනම් ඊගව month එක අපිට ගන්න පුළුවන් 10,000, not 15,000. Clear? Right? This is how it's getting revolved. Right? Now, with you, I just want to control of operational risk. This is the important thing to most of the bankers who are handling revolving LCs. I'm telling you the best practices. I have discussed with my staff and implemented by me. Right? You can see what are the best practices what you are having, and if you have a better practice, please tell me. Now, this is very, very risky operation. The thing is, issuing banks should ensure the honor or negotiation should be restricted to a nominated bank. It's very important. Right? Honor or negotiation should be restricted to a nominated bank. Hammer bank එකටම මේක export එක පැත්තෙන් එන්න දෙන්න එපා. ඒක restrict කරන්න ඕන. ඒක nominated bank එකට. And the second one, revolvement of amounts remains under control of the issuing bank. The issuing bank, if NTB or commercial bank has opened the LC, you should have the control of the revolvement. How you are going to revolve it, right? So the best part is when you are handling this revolving LCs, my advice to you is always the normal LCs, where are you going to keep it? Once you open the LC, when the LCs ටික දාලා තියන්නේ? Penny?
Fireproof shop.
Hmm?
Fireproof shop, sir.
Fireproof job.
Fireproof shop, sir.
Yeah, fireproof job. Very good. And then when the document comes, the document checkers goes and take the LC out. Am I correct? Again.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
එහෙම නේ වෙන්නේ. බය වෙන්න එපා. ඔක්කොම බැංක්ස් වල ඕක තමයි වෙන්නේ. දැන් ඔයා බය කියන්නේ බැංකුව අප්සෙට් එකයිද කියලා නෑ ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ බැංකුව හරියම දේ කරන්නේ බය වෙන්න එපා. Right? So then the document checkers goes and take the LC out and then start checking the documents, because every part shipment or partial shipments you have to mark the utilization. එම කරලා අපි යන්නේ. එතකොට අපි මේ කරලා ආපහු ඉවරනට පස්සේ ආපහු එකට දානවා. But when you open the LCs, revolving LCs, if I am the manager, I will not keep that LC in that particular job. I used to keep it in my personal fireproof job. මගේ මේසෙක මගේ පොඩි 2 drawer fireproof එකක් තියෙනවා එකම මම අන්න ඒක තමයි තියන් ඉන්නේ මේකේ මේ revolving LCs ටික. අර ගොඩට දාන්න එපා. ඒක ඔයගලන්ගේ එහෙම දාලා තියෙනවා නම් අර එකක් තියෙනවා කියන්නේ 2011 වල ඉඳන් එකක්. ඒක පොඩ්ඩක් බලන්න කොහොමද ඒවත් තියෙන්නේ කියලා. The reason is it is a high risk, because the moment you receive the documents, right, you have to do the revolvement. You have to send a message, right? If the doc checker has missed or the officer has missed the revolvement, right? ඊට පස්සේ එහෙම නැත්නම් මේක revolving කියලා දන්නේ නැතුවම මේ doc checker තව මොන හරි එකක් අරක quote කරලා අරිනවා. මේ article 32 එකේ මේකක් අරගෙන quote කරලා අරිනවා. ඔයගේ mistakes වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඉතින් ඒක හින්දා it has to be under the direct supervision of the person concerned. Can a person concerned කියන මම officer කෙනෙක්වත් දෙන්නේ නැහැ. මගේ බෙල්ල ගහලා යන ඉඳ මම්ම තියාගෙන ඉන්නවා. ගොඩක් නෙමෙයි අපි මේ කතා කරන්නේ 2යි 3යිනේ. ඒක තියාගෙන ඉන්නවා. So when a document is received under that particular LC, then the document checker will go and look for the LC. LC is missing because it is not there in the normal fireproof chap, right? Then he will ask you, where is this LC? Go and revolving කියලා අපකම අපි දන්නවා කොහෙද කියලා. Then they have to come to me. So it is in my drawer, so I'll take it out and I'll give it to the doc checker. From that particular time, I am monitoring the transaction. ඊට පස්සේ අර bill checker ට නිකන්වත් ගැලවෙන්න බෑ. Every 5 minutes, half an hour, 15 minutes, I am asking, have you checked the document? Any discrepancies? Right? Finish. Now you send the revolvement telex, right? Payment take කරන්න එදී ඔක්කොම මම control එක යන්නේ. That because I can't trust anybody. මේක තමයි ඇත්තටම වෙන්න ඕනේ. අරන් මේ imports manager හරි කාගාව හරි ඔක තියෙන්න ඕන. මොකද අතන තිබුණායි කිව්වොත් සමහර විටක wholesale අනිත් ඒවාත් එක්කම ඔක යන්න පුළුවන්. right? ඒකින්ද ඔය වගේ operations ටික control එකේ යන්න බලන්න. okay? So that is all with revolving LCs. If you have any issues, please ask whether අපි අනිත් දවසේ transferable LCs කරමු. තව මොනවද ඔයගොල්ලන්ට විශේෂ එකක් තියෙනවද? Right.
Back to back LCs.
Back to back අපි කරනවා. Transferable and back to back කරනවා. ඒකේ differences, similarities, we'll discuss both. Next week we'll do that. But I want you to do those exercises. Unfortunately, we have to have some mechanism, right? අපිට දැන් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ලියලා මට දෙන්න විදිහකුත් නැහැනේ. ඉතින් ඒක හින්දා එක වැඩක් තියෙනවා. ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඔක්කොම කරන්න කරලා ඉවරලා අපි next week පටන් ගත්ත ගමන් first 15 minutes we'll discuss about the homework part. Then we'll move to the this thing. ඔයගොල්ලන්ට homework මන් දීලා තියෙනවා අර දෙකයි 1 to 19, please read the articles. දැන් ඒ වුණොත් දැන් ගොඩක් ඒවා මම කරලා ඉවරයි. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 ඔයගොල්ලෝ කියවන්න ඕන 10, right? 12 ගොඩක් ඒවා මම දැන් discuss කරලා ඉවරයි. අනිත් එක පොඩි ඒවා තියෙන්නේ. දැන් ඔය කියවන්න. For the time being, I don't mind you miss the article 14, 15 and 16 because article 14, 15 and 16 we are going to do it thoroughly when we are doing the document checking, and we'll have a plan of how to meet very soon because without meeting very difficult to teach document checking electronic.